have a model lecture from our respected teacher, Professor Mohammed Bhatti. Please come and deliver.
Glory be to Almighty Allah, the Lord and the Cherisher of the universe. Respected Sir Dr. Shahid Sandeep Saab, my respected teachers Malik Wajid Saab, media officials and my dear students, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. First of all, I cordially welcome all of you in general in this deep chapel workshop arranged by Bahawalpur University, Regional Campus, Bahawalpur. And particularly, I would like to thank my distinguished guest for being with us. My dear students, much has been expressed and exaggerated, I think so, about me. I know what I am. But it is my Allah's blessings and my teachers and parents' prayers that He has given me this status. Dear students, whatever I am doing, it is just for your supreme satisfaction. And it is for the third time that this workshop is going to be arranged in Bahawalpur. Before that, the students had to suffer a lot and they had to travel through Multan and Islamabad and different cities. But now it is for the third time. It is going to be conducted over here. And Alhamdulillah, I am having this honor to hold this workshop as a coordinator. My dear, we learn on daily basis. The last two workshops, whatever I had done, one of them is the eyewitness over here. And now, I had tried to give you more conducive atmosphere. And I think I have done well little bit. And shall try to do more and more in upcoming workshops. Here, I would like to mention two very big names. One, my respected teacher, Professor Sultan Zaid. He was my mentor, he was my role model. I had learned a lot from him. And the second one, Professor Dr. Abdul Hafiz Saab, the chairman of this department. Because of him, this diploma chapel is going to be getting very good name and fame. It is due to his untiring efforts. My dear, now you have got a very good training. You are not feeling its importance. You are supposed to complete your this deep chapel, which is globally recognized. There is no need to do anything else if you are having the deep chapel. The best eyewitness is Sir Wajid Saab. He had been serving in Saudi Arabia and he knows very well its importance. And Mr. Javed, he is my best friend and student as well. But there is some distance being a teacher. He is also doing a very good job in Gulf and he knows its importance. So I request you, after having this degree, you have to show your individuality, that you are the real torchbearer of this degree. You have to spread this knowledge in your areas, wherever you are working. Because I think you have been trained enough to work for the improvement of the society. We all are the teachers. And now I want to share your experiences with me about this teaching profession, what you have learned. So I would like to give exposure what comes in your mind, my dear students, what teaching is? Because you all are the teachers. I want to hear something from you people. What is teaching? Yes, you Javed. Please have a seat.
Actually, teaching is a fun. Teaching is a technique. It's not just we say it's a method. It's
Right.
not a method. It might be a method,
Right.
but it's a fun.
Fine.
The teacher has to count on according to the level of the students. When you count on, when you make it balance,
Right.
equal balance with the students, you have to count on because you are the teacher. You know each and everything about the lesson because you are well prepared. But the most important thing is that you will have to count on according to the level of the students. Teaching is a fun to share, to increase the fund of knowledge.
Well, students, excellent. Okay, my dear, under the umbrella of art of teaching, I would like to discuss with you people the 5 focal points. What teaching is, who is a teacher, who is a student, where do they meet? Definitely that is classroom. And what is going to be discussed in the classroom? Automatically that is curriculum. So, as Javed had expressed that teaching is a fun, I want to share with you imparting instructions to the students in the classroom situation. That is your teaching. Stuffing is not your teaching. You don't have to stuff a lot that they will not have enough time to write it or memorize it. You have to impart. You have to tell according to the level of your students. That is a profession that teaches all the other professions. And it makes our life organized and disciplined. That is an interaction between the teacher and the taught. This is called their teaching. Here, I would like to give you an X-ray of successful teaching. K stands for knowledge of the students. If you don't have the knowledge of your students, what sort of the students are? Whether they are the average one, whether they are the competent one, at what level I have to teach. You should have good knowledge of your students. Engaging and motivating, that is very important. If you enter in the class, you are unable to motivate them and engage them, get their attention, this is not a proper teaching. Modeling, teacher himself is a good role model for his students. If a teacher himself is not punctual and regular, how is it possible for him to ask his students, be regular, be punctual? Is it possible? No. Right? Judging and evaluating. This is very important point. How? You have to judge whether my students are learning or not. Whatever they have learned, you have to evaluate on daily basis or on weekly basis or monthly basis. And then review whether they are improving or not. It will come when you will review your work and their work as well. And who is our teacher? I think he is a strong hammer. He knows very well when to hit and how to hit. He transfers his knowledge to his students. If a teacher is unable to transfer his knowledge to his students, I think he's not doing his job well. He's a professional person. How a teacher can become a professional? By being committed to his cause, to his profession. He is the kingpin of teaching process. I think the parents are sending their children to the institutes. The heads have appointed you. Now in the classroom, you are the kingpin. The fate of your students in your hands. Whether you have to mold them or destroy them. He is an educational pathologist, psychologist, psychiatrist, and educator. If a teacher himself start knowing the psychology, educational psychology. He must be adept. If he doesn't have the know-how of his students, he is unable to teach them well. He is a facilitator and mentor as well. Now you have to think about yourself, who you are. I request you, you must be a facilitator. Come, teacher. You have to facilitate with your students. I mean, our teacher is a preacher, a lighthouse and a groomer. He should give a very well-groomed lot. If you haven't groomed them, we need not just the degree holders. We need well-behaved, well-mannered and well-groomed people. Our teacher stands for, T stands for trustworthy and talented. The teacher must be trustworthy, talented as well. He should be energetic and enthusiastic from class period 1 or when he comes in the school or institute up to the last period. He should be very energetic. If he is losing his energy with the passage of time, he is not a good teacher. He must be able an artist, because my respected student was saying that a teacher or teaching is a fun. Fun is dramatized or performed by an artist. An able artist can perform his roles well. He must be courageous and caring. He should take care of his students like a father, because he is a spiritual father. He must be very honest and humble. He should be efficient and eminent and rational and reliable person. If a teacher is not reliable, I think he will not be well reputed. Repute comes through your reliability. Here, I would like to give you a difference between a trained and untrained teachers. This is basically the core of this diploma workshop. Now you are trained. I think the trained teachers are very costly. Now you have done this course and now you will demand wherever you will go. You will ask, this is my package. Is this, if you are going to offer me such sort of the package, then I will come to join you. Wherever the untrained teachers cost more later on. And the trained teachers are very fair and impartial. They see all the students equally. Whereas untrained teachers are very biased. They are very prejudiced. The trained teachers are imaginative and stimulative. They come in the class with a thrill, they teach them, they motivate them. Whereas the untrained are very dull and boring. They say this teacher is coming, now the students start sleeping. The trained teachers are very sympathetic. Whereas the untrained are bossy one. They are very authoritative. I'm your teacher, I'm right, you're wrong. The trained are the motivators and the constructive, whereas the untrained are destructive. The trained are motivators and the untrained are skippers. Even the students try to skip their classes. I think good teachers make good institutes and good institutes make good teachers. So there is good teachers and good institutes go hand in hand. Right? Do you agree? Yes. Okay, fine. What are the qualities of a good teacher? My dear, that is a gist for you. Because this is your last session with me, and whatever I had learned from my teachers, I just want to impart to you people. That is my responsibility. This is not my lecture, this is not anything else. This is a basically sharing of my experience with you people. The first 20 qualities, he should have the knowledge. Subject knowledge and his students' knowledge as well. And his personality as well. A good teacher is having very good personality, well-groomed personality. And he must be commitment, he should have commitment and approach. His communication skills as well. Now you have done your this table course. but you are unable to pronounce the words well. What the hell should be done with this TEFL? What the people will say, diploma TEFL is done in Saraiki or Punjabi. So you should try to communicate close to the native speakers. You should give respect and have respect. Give due respect to your students, automatically you will get the due respect from your students. And you should show your real interest in your students, in your teaching. The outcome will be the same one. And who is the student? Who is the student? Okay, you have seen. But nowadays, I think such sort of students are very rare. Student is that a person, one who seeks knowledge from his teacher. He is a real student. And he has an inner thrill to learn. If a teacher is not having inner thrill to learn, a student is not having inner thrill to learn, the teacher is doing his well, he is well trained, everything is good with the teacher, he is the PhD and everything, but he is unable to teach such sort of the people. And nowadays we are having most of the students like such that. Do you agree? The students come in the class with different motives. They are not coming to learn, they are not willing to learn. I don't know why do they come, just for fun. Just getting the degrees in your hands and you are not skilled, you are not having the knowledge. I think basically the unemployment is due to this thing. We are having the degree holders, not the skilled persons. And a student must be physically neat, mentally clean, very important point, and morally very strong. If a student is having good moral qualities, he is morally uplifted, automatically he will be successful in every field of his life. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. A student must be hardworking, honest, regular, and punctual. Try to inculcate these things in yourself.
Okay.
And I think you people are the pride of the nation and the crown of creation. What is the classroom? What comes in your mind? I think that is a place which plays very important role in education. That is a place where the contact between the learner and the teacher occurs. We have to meet in the class, right? That is a self-created environment. All of you are highly educated. You are teaching to your kids at your home. I think they say, we are not willing to learn. When you send your children to the school or the classroom, they move over there, they think that no, from this time to this time we have to sit. They behave like a student. But I think it should provide stress-free environment, very friendly environment, so that to make learning easier and the student may learn from their teachers. That is the best classroom. And I think such classrooms are provided by a well-trained, well-groomed teachers. What is a lesson? Now we are in the classroom. What we have to do, that is a lesson. Lesson stands K for knowledge, S for skill. Knowledge means just knowing something. Skill means knowing first and then doing. And the attitude, that matters. You have to change the attitudes of your students. That is the basically lesson. Normally we say to someone, I will teach you a lesson. What does it mean? I will try to change your attitude. What is planning? That is a process of deciding in detail how to do something. If we want to go to the market, we have to make some planning, where to go and what to buy. Without planning, we are unable to go to the market. So, what the hell should be done if the teacher is coming in the class without having any lesson planning? But very important, according to concise Oxford Dictionary, lesson plan means to make a design, what you have to teach your learners. That is a design. It is like a map, a detailed procedure for your teaching, actually a plan of action, what you should do, and something that is personal for the teacher. And a written statement, and it makes the teaching learning process more effective. How? If a teacher is coming with proper lesson planning, he knows what I will have to teach. So he will start teaching in that way. If he is not having any lesson planning, he is coming in the class, ask from the students what we have to learn. The students will, different students are over there, some are not willing to learn, so the time will be wasted over there. So proper lesson planning save your time, and that is a sound proof for you that we have done this thing. Effective teaching needs planning. Effective teaching, not only just teaching. Effective teaching and learning process is equal to your learning time, your quality of instruction, and student engagement. If you are giving 40 minutes lecture, you have to engage your students within that time, and the quality of your instruction should be excellent one. And now, how important is lesson planning from teaching, teacher, and student point of view? From the teaching point of view, effective teaching doesn't mean just communicating the information. It is not effective teaching. It is something more than that. It is planned and imparting. So in a well-planned lesson, teaching becomes more interesting. Right? From teacher's point of view, planning reveals teacher's personality, who he is. It is a sound proof what the teacher has been doing in the class. It gives confidence to the teacher. It gives confidence to the teacher. Today I will have to do this thing. Now this syllabi has been covered. Because he has full control over the subject, it saves a lot of time and provides the teacher more freedom in teaching. And it can also be useful for teacher in future planning. If in your next class, next year, you will having your lesson planning, so you will be able to teach them in a well-planned way. From student point of view, if teaching is carried out according to a plan, learning becomes more effective and interesting. That is from student point of view. In a well-planned lesson, students' participation is also ensured. They become sleepless even at their home, because they will say, we were having a lot of teachers, but we remember very few because of their teaching methods, because of their imparting knowledge, because of their personality, because of their attitude. So these are the things which are within us, what we are. We don't have to just kill their time. We have to make them effective students. Good Lord. An unplanned lesson may lose their interest and put them to sleep, even in the class. The teacher is teaching, the students are sleeping at the back, and some are doing also creating some discipline problem. This is a syllabus scheme of work. First one is the objectives, WH questions, teacher activity, student activity, assessment and feedback. What are the objectives? My dears, you should have your objectives, very smart one. How? Specific objectives, they must be measurable and they should be attainable and realistic one and time bound as well. What are the WH questions? Planning for whom? The learners, the students. Planning for work, the syllabus. Planning for where? The classroom. And planning for when? The total schedule and the timetable. Planning for why? To achieve your objectives, which were very smart. There is importance for this TEFL program 4 P's format. Preparation, presentation, practice, production. Preparation means before the class. Presentation in front of your class. Practice means during your class. And production means after the class. And the last one, very important, you have to pray for the success of your students, because the student success is basically teacher success. I myself have added this thing. And what we have to do, we have to cover our curriculum. It has been derived from a Latin word "currer," which means to run. It is a runway towards your destination and a fixed program of your courses. And that is the blueprint of your school. And that is the totality of your learning. I think the curriculum is a tool in the hands of an artist. Who is the artist? The teacher. What sort of the material? The students. In his workshop, the school or the institutes. Next. Now, before leaving, I would like to give you some tips for becoming an ideal teacher. Say Assalamu alaikum to your students first. Behavior should remain very good in your class. Call the students by name. Yes, Mr. Javed, Mr. Wasim, Mr. Tariq, Mr. Riyaz, rather than by their so-called nicknames. Give opportunities to the students to ask questions. Make variations in students' grouping during group discussion. While there is group discussion, on the daily basis you have to change their grouping. To what extent students remain relaxed in your class, it matters a lot. Provide the opportunity to ask questions turn by turn, not the whole class is making you a tie. Take the feedback from the students during teaching, organize activities for the students, concentrate the relevant topic only, whatever the topic you are teaching, and determine the objectives of your topic. Make self-correction. We are not the perfect. If there is something wrong, do your self-correction. Always plan your lesson. Be punctual. Maintain discipline in the class. Enter the class with good preparation. Check the previous knowledge of your students. Your voice should remain audible in the class. Remain well dressed and neat. Because dress well and address well. This is basically teaching. With your dressing, you can attract them. With your addressing, you can teach them. Answer the students' questions and say Allah Hafiz to the students at the end of your lectures. And that is the end of. So once again, thank you for listening to me. So that was my experience and the knowledge which I got from my respective teachers and holding different workshops which I have shared. And I hope you will learn a lot from here. And once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We are honored, we are obliged, and rather we had a very